I was thinking we could just discuss some of these common mistakes so that you don't have to make those mistakes. The first mistake that I see songwriters make is they are getting stuck on their chord progressions. Chord progressions are really just not that important at all. That's the least important part of songwriting, yet people get stuck with it. Another mistake, not editing their songs. It's okay to use the same word twice. You can go back to it and figure out another word for it later. A two-way kind of problem or mistake that people make. They either don't edit their songs or they edit too early. I am so nitpicky when it comes to syllable counts. Wanting your song to be perfect from the beginning.
Just let it be a little bad first. Let it suck a little. It should be. By rite or passage, your first song should suck.
Next mistake.
You're gonna hate yourself. You're gonna be like, oh, what was that thing that I wrote? I'm like, oh, well, too bad it's gone. Because you deleted it. Keep your notes.
Hey Voxstar, and welcome to From Singer to Artist. I'm Lara Chapman, award-winning singer and songwriter turned viral vocal coach and the host of this show. At VoxTape Studios, we help singers from all over the world level up their voices by teaching them the three fundamental skills all singers need: technique, awareness, and artistry. Whether you're looking to go pro or just develop your voice for fun, my team and I are here to help. Check the link in the description to book your first session or grab some of our other resources. Alrighty, are you ready? Let's get started. Welcome back to our little show. I have Coach Juliana in the studio with me. Hello. We're going to talk about some common mistakes that songwriters make. We've been working with a lot of different people from all walks of life on their songwriting. Some people that want to, become professional songwriters, write for others or write for themselves for their artist project, and some people that just want to write for fun. We've kind of done it all, and I feel like there's a lot of common threads throughout. when we look at mistakes that people make or whatever. So I was thinking we could just discuss some of these common mistakes so that you don't have to make those mistakes.
Sounds good.
Love it? Yeah? Alrighty. Let's get started. Mistake numero uno. What's mistake in Spanish?
Error.
Oh, error. I love it. Error.
Yeah.
Is my pronunciation good? Error.
Yeah, that's good.
A lot of rrr.
The rrr. Yeah. Rrr. I think. I'm trying to think, is there another word for it? But yeah.
Error.
Yeah.
Error. Mistake. I'm trying to think about it. Fehler. It's Fehler in German.
Ah, fail.
Fehler.
Yeah, but fail.
Oh, fail. Yes, fail. Oh, I never made that connection. We got a new donkey bridge.
A donkey bridge.
We talked about this on another podcast, what a donkey bridge is. But anyways, okay. It doesn't matter. It's an inside joke. Don't worry. You're not cool enough to know. No, I'm just kidding. But it's really not that serious. Anyways, let's get into it.
Okay.
All right. The first mistake that I see songwriters make is they are getting stuck on their chord progressions for way too long, or if they're producers and they also know how to produce tracks, they're getting stuck in the production details before the song is fleshed out.
Big no.
Right? I'm like, let's figure out the whole thing first, and then we can go into the details. It doesn't need to be perfect from the first try. Let's get into the details later. Let's just flesh it all out, like whole structure, and then we can work on that other stuff.
Once your song is done, you could spend as many hours as you want on the production, but finish it first.
Yes. And also with the chord progression too, I always say chord progressions are the one thing about songwriting that you cannot copyright. And the song title, you cannot copyright a song title either, but you can copyright melodies and you can copyright lyrics, but not chord progressions, because chord progressions are the same. Exactly. There's a lot of comedians that use the same 4 or 3 chord a chord progression, and then they sing all these different songs to show the audience they're all the same song, but they're not all the same song because of the lyrics and the melodies. But they would be if we just looked at chord progression. So I always say chord progressions are really just not that important at all. That's the least important part of songwriting, yet people get stuck with it way too quickly, right? And just like, no. Like it doesn't matter. And one way that I like to use to just eliminate that problem altogether, especially if you're just getting started and you're trying to develop a songwriting system that works well for you, is just remove that aspect from the songwriting process altogether and just focus on top lining first. And so top lining, in case you don't know what that is when you're writing to a track that already exists. Maybe you have a producer friend that made the track for you, or maybe you just literally went on YouTube and found a track. That's what I do all the time. There's also a lot of beat platforms out there. And so just find a track that you like, and then you're not changing the chord progression or you're not doing any of the production. You're literally just top lining, which is melody and lyrics only. And I think that's a great way to get started.
Yeah, because you don't have to focus on all of the elements, just melody and lyrics, and you're done.
Melody and lyrics, exactly. Because those are the most important parts, not the chord progression. So don't get stuck on that stuff that doesn't matter. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but it's not that important.
Not as much.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, another mistake that songwriters make, or aspiring songwriters make, is not editing their songs.
Yeah. Yep. The amount of songs that I have written and then just forgotten is just a little embarrassing. So yeah, go through your song, make sure you're, listening back, check your syllable counts. What's the rhyming scheme? Does it make sense? Is it a little too cliche? Can we make it sound cooler? You're gonna appreciate it at the end when you do a couple passes through that. And we do that a lot with our students as well.
Yes. I think what I see often with songwriters, and that's also something that I have to be mindful of as well when it comes to lyric writing, especially, they're using the same descriptive word twice within just a very short period of time. Like within the first verse, for example, like the word best twice or whatever, right? Like just some word, they're using it twice. And I'm like, well, we could use a different word to say the same thing, and you're automatically gonna like it a lot more, and it sounds a lot more clever because you're not just saying the same thing over and over again. But in that first run through, like as you're writing, right, in that first draft, essentially, it's okay to use the same word twice. You can go back to it and figure out another word for it later when you are editing your song, right?
Yep.
But I sometimes think that if you're trying to edit as you go, you're
not going to finish.
Yeah, you're not going to finish your song. So I think this is like a two-way kind of problem or mistake that people make. They either don't edit their songs, or they edit too early, or both sometimes as well, right? Like don't edit as you write first
after, and
edit after.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're getting out of the flow. We need to stay in flow. Okay. And then edit later. Syllable count. Love that you're bringing that up. I'm a pop girly. And so if it is not the same syllables, no. And again, you can put in a placeholder where it's like close enough. But I'm going to go back to this later, and I'm going to figure out a better way of saying the same thing where the syllable count then also matches whatever I had in the other phrase.
Exactly.
I am so nitpicky when it comes to syllable counts.
Yeah.
It's a pet peeve of mine if it's not right, because then it's not pop anymore. I'm not saying that you have to write pop music to be a songwriter. You can write whatever you want, but it's especially important in pop.
Especially, yeah.
Anyways, next mistake, number 3, wanting your song to be perfect from the beginning. That's just pretty much what we just talked about, right? You're editing as you go. Don't edit as you go.
Yeah, and I think it's important to just let it be a little bad first. Let it suck a little. Because then you can go back and edit.
Exactly.
Right? So just write. Just get the song out, and then you can perfect as you go or make better as you go. A song is never going to be perfect. Like, especially if you're a creator, it's never going to be perfect. Like, you're always going to find something that you're not loving, right? So just be nicer to yourself.
Yeah, and I also think especially if you're about to release a song or you're working on a song to release it, I see so many people that just keep like tweaking things, especially when it comes to the production. I'm like, stop touching it and just release it, pretty please. Thank you very much. But yeah, and also if you're very new to the songwriting process, it's okay if your first song that you're writing, even after editing, is still not great.
It should be, by rite or passage, your first song should suck.
Yeah.
Or at least not be incredible.
Yeah. And I think
and if it is, I hate you.
Yes, very much so. Oh my gosh, like jealous. Okay, whatever. But no, I totally agree with you. Let it suck and allow yourself to not be perfect from the first try. It's just not how it works. Like that's not what we expect someone else, like out of someone else when they're doing something for the first time. At least we shouldn't. Like we shouldn't expect for someone who has never washed the dishes and never seen anyone else wash the dishes to perfectly wash the dishes. Yeah. That's a stupid example, but I can't think of anything else right now.
Makes total sense.
You get better as you do it. That's just how it works. I mean, babies are the perfect example for it. Babies don't like the first step they take and now boom, they're walking and they're amazing and super stable on their feet. Like, no, they fall all the time. But guess what? They get up and try again and again and again and again. And then we're humans and we can walk. Yay. And not that babies aren't humans, but we're older and we can walk. Right. So anyways, you get the picture. You get the picture. Okay. Moving on to melody specific stuff. The next mistake that I see a lot of songwriters make is that they are making the melodies match the lyrics instead of the lyrics matching the melodies. Ooh. So I think it's a little bit of both. Like you need to do a little bit of both. But what I see a lot of songwriters do is they write their lyrics first and then they figure out the melodies to get those lyrics out exactly the way they are and are not willing to make changes to their lyrics to make the melodies flow better. This is then what sometimes leads to like inconsistency in the melodies, right? Going back to patterns. This is something we've talked about in other episodes as well. Patterns are very important. It's what makes something catchy. And patterns in the melody, right? Not patterns in the lyrics. Nobody's going to remember that. But patterns in your melody. And so I always encourage people to, unless, inspiration strikes and the lyrics are just flowing out, right? But usually I encourage people to write the melody first, then the lyrics, so that we can make the lyrics match the melody and follow that perfect pattern rather than the other way around. Now, we have to be careful with this because the lyrics and the melody, they need to work together. Otherwise, what can happen is, I hear this all the time, where people like mispronounce or like misstress words because of the melody, like because of how it's like written. And it's like, hold on, this doesn't work. Or if it's done on purpose, like that's fine. It can happen every so often where, you're saying.
Yeah, there's exceptions.
Yeah, like you're saying insomnia instead of insomnia, or insomnia instead of insomnia, right? Like just a misstress in the word. Like that's something that's very common. Again, because the editing process is not flowing right of the song. Am I making sense?
Yeah. I think it's a lot easier to just get the bones of the melody going before you set your heart on lyrics. Like you can have ideas for each section and all that, like especially if you're going through a step-by-step formula, you should have an idea of what's gonna happen in that verse. But don't get married to what a line is gonna sound like or read like, because they should work cohesively.
Yes, it needs to work together. And now, obviously, it's amazing when you're, more advanced at songwriting and melodies and lyrics flow out of you at the same time. Like, wow, don't we love when that happens? Doesn't happen that often, though. Like, even for pro writers, I don't think it happens that often.
Yeah.
But Anyways, and the reason why I always focus so much on melodies, like make the melodies work first and then figure out the lyrics, like be more willing to adjust the lyrics than to adjust the melody. Again, within reason, always within reason. But the reason why I'm always focusing on melody so much is because melody is king. And I know I say that in pretty much every single video that you've seen on songwriting from me, but it truly is the case. Melody is more important. It's what people are going to remember, what's going to get stuck in their heads. So it's okay to make compromises for your lyrics. It's also okay to make compromises in your melodies. Like, again, everything within reason. But
it has to make sense. It has to make sense.
It has to flow and it has to work together.
Yeah.
I was working with Rachel. She's a local here to my area performer, and she's never enjoyed songwriting. She's like, I feel like it's something I should learn how to do, but I just don't feel like I can express myself well, so I just really don't enjoy the process. So we just launched our Songwriting for Singers cohort. And if you haven't signed up for it yet, you should totally check out what it is, and we can talk more about it later too. But she's the one that I walked through our entire course, our entire process, and I filmed her and me like writing a song. She was writing and I was just, telling her this is what we need to do. And then she was writing and I was just kind of like guiding her through it. And so she was creating melodies, but she was creating, so like just how we do in our little framework, right? I told her create a melody. She created a melody. But she created melodies with gibberish, which is always what I recommend, right? Not like already trying to make up lyrics as you go. But then we quickly realized that if she creates gibberish melodies that sound like they could be words and sometimes are even like random words in there, it makes it so much easier then for her to create lyrics that work with those melodies, even if we completely change the lyrics. But it feels more singable to her, more natural to her, even though the lyrics absolutely don't make any sense. It's still gibberish, right? But it feels more like, yes, now I can put lyrics to this and they're not just notes. Yeah. Because singers can sometimes get carried away a little bit, right? Like if you're a really good singer, which Rachel is a fantastic singer. If you're a really good singer, you're all about melodies and you start creating crazy melodies and then they're not really singable with lyrics anymore. Right.
Right.
So we had that little breakthrough and I love that happened on camera and that we captured it.
Nice.
So yeah, it's in the course, in our Songwriting for Singers course. And by the way, when we say Songwriting for Singers, it's not just for singers. It's just for anybody that wants to learn how to write a song and not rely on instruments or music theory. We just make it way, 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 way simple. And we've just worked with a lot of singers because we're vocal coaches besides being songwriting coaches. And a lot of the students that we've worked with, they don't play instruments. And so that's why we called it Songwriting for Singers. But you don't have to identify as a singer to do the course and get a lot out of it. But anyways, a little tangent there. But it's important. Melodies are important.
It matches with the next mistake.
What is the next mistake? I haven't even read along yet. Writing melodies that are not singable. There you go. Yeah. Writing melodies that are not singable. Ta-da. That's the next mistake. And we just solved that problem. Perfect.
Yeah.
Anything else that we need to add to that?
Just keep it simple, especially if you're writing for the first time or you're very new. Don't overwork. Don't oversing. Don't overwrite. Just keep it simple. If it's too simple, you can go back and edit it and make it cooler. But I always try and simplify because I was very known, especially in school, because I was listening to jazz and neo soul, and I was like, I need to make everything sound cool. And so my friends were like, what if you simplify that? Like, what do you mean?
Yes. Just like, and that's cool. That's really cool for a specific style. But you know, if you're trying to appeal to the masses, there you go. Yep. And we talked about this in other episodes as well. But we said you have to remember that your average listener, your average audience member, is not trained in music. Yep. So make it simple so that they can follow along. They're not professionals at this, right?
Yep.
And make it singable. Yes. Simple and singable. Next mistake that songwriters are making is make the verse and the chorus sound too similar.
Yep. We want contrast, people. We need contrast. Because if it's the same thing, guess what people will do next?
Because it gets boring. It's kind of like the opposite of what we just said. Like, make it simple, right?
Right. It could still be simple, but different.
Simple, but different. Yes.
Yeah.
Jason. I was working with Jason a couple of years ago as well. And a couple months ago, he then reached out to me and he's like, hey, I'm recording the song in the studio. Can you help me? Like vocally, like figure out how to do the vocal delivery of the song. And I was listening to the song and we were working on it. I'm like, yeah, this is great. This is great. This is great. And then we got to the chorus and I was like, Jason, your melody is the same in your chorus as it is in the verse. Don't you remember what we did 3 years ago? And, you know, sometimes it's right for the song because that's what you want it to be. And you know what? That's, for me, good enough reason. If that's what you love and you just don't want to change anything about it because you're so in love with it.
Cool. Yeah.
Do what lights up your heart, baby. Like, whatever you want to do, right? And if we want to appeal to the masses, we got to follow some rules. But anyways, he was like, oh, I didn't even notice. And so we dissected it, we looked at it, and I was like, okay, see. And then, you know, tiny little tweaks makes it different. Still similar, but different enough to be like, and now we're in a new song section. Yeah. Because Jason is one of those people, he's very, very musically talented. Just has a lot of knowledge around music. He's an incredible piano player, does his own productions, major Michael Jackson fan, right? So like he just knows a lot about music. And this is an issue that we see then a lot with people that are very musically trained, is that they overcomplicate it or get stuck in creating the contrast in the production only and not with your songwriting. So this is kind of like going back to two mistakes that we already were talking about previously to this mistake. But anyways, just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good reminder.
Yeah. Contrast. We need contrast. Songwriting is all about repetition and contrast and finding the balance between the two. Love. Next mistake, not being clear of the overall topic of the song before starting to write. So guilty of doing that. Before I developed my 4-step lyric writing formula, I did this all the time and I would never be able to finish a song. I started a million songs and I still have those documents where I'm like, okay, that's another unfinished song, another unfinished song, another unfinished song, another unfinished song. And I'm like, God damn it, girl, what were you doing? That's why we have the 4-step lyric writing formula, so that you know how you feel about it before you start writing.
Yeah, you gotta know your topic, you gotta know your storyline, you gotta know what happens in each section before you sit down and write it.
Otherwise, what happens? Or what do we run the chances of happening if we don't do that?
You'll get stuck. You won't have a second verse.
Yes.
The storyline gets like, oh, what now? You're gonna get a little bit of blockage.
Or you keep saying the same thing.
Yeah, you're gonna repeat yourself, or it tangents into another storyline and people are gonna be like, what is this about? You know, it's like, we gotta have consistency. And again, if we're appealing for the masses, this is right.
Yes, people
need to understand what you're singing about.
This was an issue. I think that was Kevin, if I remember correctly. He put 3 different songs in one song, like lyrically, like storytelling wise, not on purpose, but I was like, you do know you could write 3 completely different songs about this. Right. Like, you don't need to pack it all into one song. I think it was Kevin, if I remember correctly. But either way, somebody did that. A lot of people do that. And if you get clear on what goes in each section, how you really feel about it, and blah, 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 that problem is not going to happen. So no writer's block, no multiple songs in one song, no storyline that doesn't make sense, or no storyline period, and no repeating yourself over and over and over again. It solves a lot of problems.
Oh yeah.
4-step lyric writing formula, baby. Use it.
Easy.
Use it. Amazing. Being too vague is the next mistake that songwriters make. All right, why? Tell me. This is a big one. We
gotta be able to play a music video in our heads when the song starts.
Do you remember the term that I used?
Ki, ka, ki.
You both.
Kif. What was the cue
Kopfkino.
for? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You were so close.
I know it was a
Kopfkino.
But yeah, we gotta use our imagination with the words that you're giving us. So if you're being like vague or just like not descriptive enough and getting too stuck on the feelings, again, becomes a little boring, becomes a little not as attractive. You're not gonna, capture people's attention because they're not gonna be able to relate. We want to be relatable. We want to be able to see what you're seeing, what you're telling us.
Yes. Two things that you brought up here that I'm like, oh, yes, I really love this. The first thing was getting stuck on the feelings.
Yeah.
Like not setting the scene at all. Just like, this is how I feel, this is how I feel, this is how I feel, this is how I feel. I'm like, okay, cool. But who are you? Like, what is happening? What is going on? I have no idea. Like, you have not picked me up from the beginning of the story. We are already at the end of it, and I don't know what's happening and I can't follow. So, yeah, not just talking about feelings, but other things. Love that. Thank you for reminding us all of that. And then the other thing is people can't relate, right? Like if it's too vague, people can't relate. And I think that's a thinking mistake that a lot of songwriters make is, if I am too specific, people are not going to be able to relate. And I actually believe the more specific it is, the more relatable it becomes. Even if the details are not exactly the same in my life as they are in your song.
Exactly.
It still is so much more relatable because now the imagination is playing. The Kopfkino, the movie is playing in our heads.
Exactly. I always think like when people are like, oh, I don't know how to be relatable. I'm like, literally just like say what you're doing. Like describe it. And I always go back to Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. I'm like, she's literally describing getting in a car the first time she's getting a driver's license. She's driving through a street. Like, is that not the most mundane thing people do? But for some reason, it captures you because it takes you back when you got your driver's license, when you were driving through your friend's house. Like, genius.
Yeah. How
Easy,
relatable is
simple.
that, right? And
Yep.
and again, it doesn't need to be anything like mind blowing.
No.
Everybody gets their driver's license and drives a car to their friend's house. You make a song out of it.
Yep.
Another mistake that I see songwriters make, I'm sure you see that too sometimes, is the need to make every line rhyme.
Are we writing children's songs, Lara?
Oh my God. Ooh. Burn, baby, burn.
Sometimes I'm like, is this a pop song or is this for a children's TV show?
Yeah.
Because if it's so, perfect.
Yes.
But if it's not, no. I sometimes rather not rhyme at all than rhyme every single line. It's just, we need a little bit, sure, because it gives a little bit of like a rhythmic flow to
Makes
things.
it more memorable.
Yeah. And it just, it itches the brain. It's good. But we don't need it every freaking line.
No.
And there's so many ways to use a rhyming scheme. You can use A, B, A, B, A,
Yes.
A, C, B. You can make it so different,
And then also, it doesn't always need to be a perfect rhyme either.
Nope.
Like, it doesn't need to be wall and tall. Like, those are two words that rhyme perfectly, right? Wall and tall. But it could also just be a near rhyme. I'm sure there's other terms for it too. And then there's like even scores. Like, when you go to Rhyme Zone, Rhyme Zone is my best friend. And you search for near friends. Oh
Near
my God.
friends.
I am living a sad life apparently. Okay, it's fine. A near rhymes.
Yeah.
It gives you a score. If it's a perfect rhyme like wall and tall, that's 100% score, right? But if it's a little bit off, you maybe get a 92% score. And it doesn't always need to be a perfect rhyme, right?
No,
Because again,
it's almost cooler if it's not. Yeah.
yeah, it makes it feel a little children's songy. I never thought about it that way, and I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Thank you for making that connection. That's lovely.
You're so welcome.
And also, what we just don't want to happen, like even if you love rhyming, I love rhyming too. I'm very much the kind of person who's like, I like it when it rhymes. We don't want to sacrifice the story that we're telling just to make sure that line rhymes, right? Like I do think,
And
that's
it could
more
also
important.
be it could also be a spot to get stuck in. if you're too focused on rhyming, and it goes back to one of their earlier mistakes, like trying for it to be perfect because it's not rhyming, you're losing time, wasting time.
Yeah, losing the momentum because of it. Yeah, for sure. So yes, rhymes are cool, rhymes are important, but don't get stuck on it. Don't hyperfixate on it. And next mistake. Okay. Remember Rachel, how I was talking about how we recorded it together? So in the Songwriting for Singers course, where enrollment's open now, if you want to come join us, enrollment closes on Sunday, limited time, come and join us. But anyways, in the course, when she was writing, when I was teaching her the whole system and whatnot, when she was writing, I shared a Google document with her so I could see what she was typing on her computer on my computer screen. And then every so often she would go, this mistake is deleting lyrics before the song is completely done. Please, for the love of God, don't ever, 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 ever do that. Because why? Before I keep going on this tangent, why, Juliana?
Sometimes your first idea is the best idea. Like the simplest, most, human idea is what needs to be there. And you're canceling before it has the opportunity to be heard. So if you need to make draft 2, draft 3, draft 4, it's better for you to copy your lyrics and then do that. Just let it exist a little bit before you cancel it.
Yes. Like literally the line that you just deleted could have been a line in the bridge or in the second verse or a version of that, a variation of that. Like, please, 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 please hear us when we say don't delete anything. And it kind of goes into editing as you go. Again, like, don't do that. Don't judge yourself. I don't think that's a mistake that we have on here, but I think that we should add that to the list.
Let's add it.
Judging yourself as you're writing. I don't know if it's on the list. Maybe it'll come. But anyways, don't judge yourself as you are writing your song, right? Like, don't say this is good, this is bad. Just let it be what it is. And then, either don't use it or use it and adjust it or whatever. But just don't delete it. Move it to the side, move it to the bottom of the document, move it wherever you need to move it to. But keep it. You never know. It could be something that you're going to use in a different song or in this song, but in a different section or whatever.
And then you're going to hate yourself. You're going to be like, oh, what was that thing that I wrote? I'm like, oh, well, too bad it's gone. Because you deleted it.
Got no one to blame but
keep your
yourself.
Notes.
Yes.
Keep your notes.
Yes.
If you want to be really good with keeping your notes, write it by hand. Because you can't delete it. It's in your paper. I used to write that. I want to go back to doing that. It just feels so nice to write on paper.
Really? I hate it.
I might start that again.
Really?
We'll see.
I really don't like it.
It's so much easier to type things out.
Yeah.
But it also gives it a little bit of a different feeling because you're like feeling every word out. You're like, oh, does this work? Whatever. Yeah.
I can see that.
Tangent.
No. But I think it's important because just because, like I don't love doing it, that doesn't mean that that's not the right thing to do. A lot of people love doing it and it works well for them.
Yeah.
So, yes, we are teaching you a system in our Songwriting for Singers course, but we're teaching you the foundation of the system and then you adjust it however works best for you. Next mistake, not having an audio recording of your song. Okay, this was a little sad realization for me when I was going through all of my old songs, all of these lyrics and chord progressions that I wrote, and they were all unfinished songs. Not all of them, but most of them were. And again, these were from years and years and years ago, like a decade ago, right? And I was like, oh yeah, I remember writing that song, but I cannot for the life of me remember what that verse was, like what it sounded like. Or like I would remember parts of it, but not the whole thing. And no matter what I do, I just can't remember it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the song wasn't good in the first place. It could still have been a good song. But it was 10 years ago when I wrote it. Like, it's okay to forget it. But if you have the audio recording of it,
easy.
You're not going to forget, right? Or maybe you forget, but you can remind yourself.
Yeah. And I always like make multiple recordings of the same song, like especially because as singers, melodies will come first most of the time. If I'm just out and about and I'm like, oh, this idea is cool, I just record it. And then I go home and I'm like, I play it back. And then I like, okay, start developing it. But I made the mistake of deleting those first recordings. And then I'm like, wait, I'm doing it different now. The other way was cooler. And now it's gone, right? So like just record every single moment of the process because you don't know what you're going to go back to.
Yes. And don't delete. It's a theme. Don't delete. Don't delete your melodies. Don't delete your lyrics. Don't delete anything. Just keep. Nowadays, you have so much storage space on all of our devices anyways. Yeah. So like you're not going to run out of space or then get a drive. And then also when it comes to like, I do believe that it's important to have the final version of your song the way it is right now, to have a version of that recorded too. And then save those files somewhere where everything's in one place and you don't have to figure out where did I save this file to. Stay organized. Really, it helps a lot. But there's different ways you can go about recording the final version of your song. You can either just, sing into your phone and just go whatever, and have the phone just like as a voice memo thing, have that as a recording. And that's good enough for the sake of remembering what your song was. Yep. If you want to step up your game a little bit, you can actually learn how to record on a computer with a DAW, a DAW, a digital audio workstation like Logic or GarageBand or Ableton or Pro Tools and whatnot. And I understand that for a lot of people who have never done this before, it can feel very, 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 very overwhelming really quickly. And they're like, I don't even know where to start, so I'm not even going to try. But lucky for you, if you enroll in our Songwriting for Singers course in the next couple of days, again, door closes on Sunday. If you enroll, you actually get the Recording for Singers course included, where we're going to walk you through the whole process step by step. How do you record vocals professionally, just like they would in the studio, right? But you can do it from home. And when I say professionally, that just means using a DAW, not just your phone, but actually using a microphone and all of that stuff, right? And we're going to walk you through the entire process. We're even showing you how to edit your vocals too, so that you have a demo where you're like, wow, this actually sounds really good. Nice. That's the goal, right? And then if you want to, you can send it to a producer and then they can make it sound even better. And if you wanted to, you could re-record the vocals, but at that point, you probably don't even have to. We even look at harmonies and doubles and ad-libbing and everything in there. So that's an included bonus if you enroll before Sunday. Beautiful. So go check it out. Record your stuff. But again, for the sake of remembering, just using your phone is totally fine. But if you want to level it up, knowing how to do it in the quote unquote professional way, I think is a very good skill for singers to have, because then that also makes it a lot easier to create social media content that actually sounds really good too. Yeah. Just putting it out there, right? Like you can use it for different things, not just for your songs. Anyways, record your song. Then the next mistake that people are making, that songwriters are making, is not following some sort of framework. What happens when we don't follow a framework?
Mess.
Chaos. Writer's block.
Yeah.
And not finishing your songs. I think those two are the biggest ones.
Inconsistency.
Yes, inconsistency, getting out of flow, and then just you can't rely on inspiration only. There you go. That's actually the last one on the list. Relying on inspiration to write songs. If you have both inspiration and a framework, that's the sweet spot, right? But sometimes when we get into the flow, when we have a framework that we can follow, it gets a lot easier to like make the inspiration happen, right? And yeah, if you have inspiration and you have a framework to follow, like you start with the inspiration, and whenever you're getting stuck, you just start using the framework and then you finish it, right?
Or vice versa. Just as long as you have both, you're fine.
Exactly.
You're good.
Exactly.
You can write all the songs. Yes.
And we can teach you the framework, and then you can adjust it to make it work for yourself, right? Like I was doing with Rachel. We actually realized at the end that for her, it would be good. And I didn't talk about this in the course, but I told it to her when I was saying goodbye to her when she left. But I told her like, hey, I actually think that if you did step 1 and 2 of the lyric writing formula before you write your melodies, I think you're going to write better melodies, because then you already have some sort of idea of what words to use.
Yeah.
Because again, remember how I said for her, the gibberish worked a lot better when it was lyric, like word like gibberish, and not just ba 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 ba, right? But actually it sounds kind of like actual words. So yeah, I was like, hey, actually try and make that adjustment to the formula. And she was like, oh yeah, that's a really good idea. I should do that. So that was really helpful for her. We can teach you the framework, but then we can adjust it however is best for you. And then there's just like one more mistake that I wrote on our list, and it kind of goes hand in hand with everything we just said, not finishing their songs.
Yes.
Right. And it's so easy to just kind of like not do it, like not finish your song. But I promise you're going to feel a lot better when you actually finish your songs. And you said this in a previous episode, like just make the choice to finish it. That's what you do. Even if you're like, this song is not going to be the best song I've ever written, you still make the choice to finish it, right? Did I understand that correctly?
Yeah, because you don't know what it's going to be when you go back and listen and edit, and like you're depriving yourself from a finished product because you don't know what it's going to be. Yeah. So just finish it, even if it sucks.
And it's just good discipline, right? It's just going to make everything, like it's going to make finishing the next song easier.
Yeah.
And the next song might be better than the one you're writing right now. So just finish your songs, make it a habit to finish all your songs. You're gonna thank us later. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Those are some of the common mistakes that we see writers make, especially when they're, getting started with writing, or they're starting to take it more seriously. Obviously, if we looked at more advanced songwriting techniques, the list would be a lot longer. But this is, overall getting started or getting back into it, or, just wanting to write songs that you actually like and all that, then that's a pretty good list, I would say. Like I said, doors are currently open for our Songwriting for Singers course. It's actually a cohort. And the wonderful Juliana Beltran, the beautiful one and only right here. Hello. She is teaching the cohort, meaning you're not just signing up for a self-guided course that you're probably never going to go through anyways, because no accountability. Right? We're like, no. We actually want to see this through. We want to help you make it easier to make the choice to show up, right? Because you're in a group with other people, and you have Juliana there to walk you through everything. So again, you're not just signing up for pre-recorded videos that you could do whenever you want, but no, it's an 8-week cohort where you're getting one-on-one time in a group format, right? But you're getting inside of the group one-on-one time with Juliana, and she'll help you, give you feedback on your song, make recommendations. If you're feeling stuck, hey, well, have you tried this? Have you tried that? I don't know. What are you going to tell people when they come in with their songs?
Well, it depends, but I'm going to be able to... I'll be your tool to get unstuck, basically. I can help figure next steps. I can help polish in what we do with our students, just like make sure that you have the best version of the song as you go. And any questions that you guys might have on anything related to songwriting.
Yes. The framework, right? The system. Again, we keep talking about lack of system leads to blah, 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 all these bad things, long list of bad things. The framework, the system is in the pre-recorded videos, right? So you go through those on your own time. And then once a week, you meet with Juliana in your group where everybody gets to share what they're working on, where, again, she's going to guide you through whatever it is that you need help with. But you can watch the videos on your own time and do some homework, and then get feedback on the things that you did. And of course, if you get stuck at any point, we're always here to support you. You have lifetime access to the community. There's a bunch of bonuses. The list is seemingly endless. So there's also a version where you do one-on-one coaching if you prefer doing one-on-one coaching over the group cohort. Highly recommend the group cohort though, because there's some meaningful and like awesome connections that you can make with other people when you're doing work in a group. You're also learning so much by listening to what other people have written and them getting feedback on their song. oh my God, you can learn just as much from that as the feedback that you're getting on your own song. So I truly believe that cohorts, like group things, so highly valuable. I know it can be scary at first. You're like, I have never written a song before, and now you're asking me to share it in the group. Like, are you kidding me? That is scary. But we're all on the same page, right? Like everybody in the group is trying to learn and trying to improve and working on this actively. It's not to be like, look at this amazing song that I wrote. It's like, no, like, how can I make this better? And there's no judgment. It's very supportive. You don't have to be afraid. And it just might be the thing that you need to finally take action and get started. And then you see it's not that scary. It's really not that scary. But anyways, check out the link below if you want to come and join us in the cohort. We'd love to have you there. Algo más, Juliana?
No, see you there. So
See you
excited
there.
to work with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see you there. If you have any questions, shoot us an email at support@voxtapestudios.com. Again, enrollment closes on Sunday. So strike while the iron is hot. Let's do it. Alrighty. Well, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
All right. Bye.